Irving with the three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And he buries his first look.
And Giannis treating the defense like a magazine. Easy reading here for him.
Pass to Irving. Over to the wing. The three, Gafford. Rebounded by Lopez.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Prince. Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. To the paint. Here's Kuzma. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Lopez with the steal. Thompson with a steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Gafford. Lopez on the double team. There's Davis with the three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And the defense will settle for AD shooting threes. Better that than going inside.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by one. And there's the drive. Here's Washington. Back to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. High post Davis. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Ooh, the clock winding down there. Davis gets a good look at the basket and sinks it.
Davis, no good on that free throw.
Timing down. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Pass to Christie. .58 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Dinwiddie. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now Lillard lets it fly. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Christie. Pass to Marshall. Porter with the steal. Here's Lillard. Can't get it to fall.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Milwaukee out in front. They're up by one. Don't go away. We'll be back moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. and an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively. And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Dinwiddie outside. Clock at 6. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Trent outside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Trent on the wing. Takes a three. Knocks it down from distance. Trent's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Drops in the three. Christie's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Trent from long range. Mavericks trail by 5. Irving looking around. Out left to the wing. Here's Christie. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Christie's got 6. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Bucks trail. The three from Prince. Gafford grabs the miss. And Irving has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. And it's the Mavericks ball. It's been 10 straight unanswered. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent, but Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
He clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special. And when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable.
Kuzma for three. Again, the miss by Kuzma. The Mavericks leading. Washington outside. Pass to Irving. And here's Davis. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Lopez. There's 49 seconds left in the second. The three from Prince. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
From the top of the key. And it's Irving missing. The three. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Washington missing. Kuzma for three. He drops it from range. Kuzma's got 7 points.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the three.
Washington left side. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Milwaukee out in front. They're up by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Lillard. Pass to Prince. Fires the three. That shot off the mark.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Antetokounmpo with it. A big-time flush by Giannis.
Yeah, I don't know how many defenders are stopping Giannis when he's up like that.
And he comes up with a bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Knocks down the triple. Washington's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Kuzma, right side. Antetokounmpo, outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. P.J. Washington picks one up.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
And the second free throw is good. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you.
And that one's good. Irving.
This is where Kyrie can work some of his magic out there on the floor. Excels at getting the screen and taking advantage of any space he gets. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
On the wing, Davis. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Davis. He's got 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Milwaukee. Out to Lillard. From the arc. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. No good on the triple. It's a neck-and-neck game in Dallas.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Irving.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Trent for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee. The Mavericks lead by 4. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Left side, Irving. Pass to Marshall. Here's Gafford. Out to Thompson with his first shot attempt. Giannis with the rebound.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And you tried to guard Kyrie without fouling, and that is a challenge unto itself. So nimble with the ball and that shifty handle.
Bucks trail by 4. We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Now here's Morant. Pass to Bane. Back to Morant. Inside. Here's Edey. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low. What a smart pass from Wembanyama, already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Some serious slick dime dropping out there.
Yeah, how about the awareness there? That is a momentum-building play.
Back to Morant. To the middle. Releases. Not going to go that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Pass to Castle. To the paint. Out to Fox. This one for three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Here's Wembanyama. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. From the high post. Rebounded by Castle.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Barnes the screen. Down low. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
A three from the inbound. And that's good. Vassell for three.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Morant. To the inside. Jackson can't get it to go.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Fox with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Pass to Vassell. And he dunks it down.
Oh. Going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
Yeah, and they did a lot of winning, Allie. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
Here's Champagnie. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here's Morant outside. .103 left in the first quarter here. Can they get it? And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Here's Morant. After the basket by San Antonio. Kicks it out to Bane. Back to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender. .20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Off target with the three. Now here's Morant. To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And so the San Antonio... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Back to Paul. Pass to Sohan. Fox outside. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Bane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Drills it from deep.
And Paul is very selective with his shot attempts, especially from deep. So you know he liked that look.
From deep, Morant. Rebounded by Champagny.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Here's Champagny. Fox for 3. That one is off.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Now here's Fox. 5 points in the game. Got it.
Explosive speed gives Fox the clear advantage on the drive. He gets down the lane so fast.
Back to Clark. Here's Edey. Kicks it out to Bane. Pure from three-point range. Bane's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
San Antonio leading by 6. Good D by Clark. Left side, Morant. Pass to Aldama. Clark outside. Clark with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Bain. The three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter. But his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
And so Vassell nails both of them. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Castle for three. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Castle's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Huff. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And again, it's Memphis missing. Spurs lead by 11. Pass to Castle. To the middle. Wembanyama hammers it down.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs.
Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. White can't hit. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for Denver. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of it.
Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. A nice shot by Tatum.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Porter looks it over. Out to Gordon. Jacks up a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. The offensive rebound. Pass to Jokic. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Now here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Jokic with it. Back to Murray. Here's Brown. He's guarded by White. Here's Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon outside. The 17-footer. They get it back. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gordon's got 5.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Murray deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And the basket by Jokic.
Really rock-solid decision-making from Murray, assessing the situation and then making the precise pass at the right time.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Brown. Back to White. Holiday with the ball. And here's Porzingis. Covered by Jokic. The kick out to White. Outside Tatum. Up and over Gordon. A nice shot by Tatum.
What composure from Tatum. As the clock runs down, he stays calm and seeks out a shot.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Holiday. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
Up top, Tatum. The kick out to White. Gordon with a steal. And here comes the break. That one goes in. Gordon's got 7.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
Now here's Holiday. No points so far. Outside White. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Well, he might not be a pure shooter, but he's a very steady one. I like that they're getting White something in rhythm here.
Jokic. And Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. And the shot is good by Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook never lacks for confidence. And when he starts knocking down threes, he becomes impossible to guard.
Pass to Pritchard. Five ticks left in the first quarter of the game. He got it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Denver up. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone. But the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Now here's Murray. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They double-team Tatum. To the middle. 6 to shoot. The three from Craig. Brown grabs the board. Denver leading by 11. Shot is good by Gordon. Gordon's got 9.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Horford. And out of bounds, the Nuggets will take it. The Celtics making a switch here. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, BA, it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Packing some muscle on it. Holiday able to push that shot through.
Here's Jokic. Jokic using his strength inside.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Tatum. Inside. Porter with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And here's Jokic outside. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Celtics trail by 15. Right side, Porzingis. Operating inside, Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", not many guys can defend Porzingis. I mean, especially when he's operating this close to the rim.
Jokic. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. And that one's good. Tatum's got 6 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Jokic the screen. Outside for Porter. Pure from three-point range. Porter's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Just an uncanny ability to make shots from the corner. Porter Jr. using his skill set.
On the wing, Holiday. Outside, Brown. That three's off the mark. The Nuggets lead by 14. And 6'10" with laser-accurate quick release. Clark, Michael Porter Jr. can make the game look so easy.
It looks to me like he's really settled into his role, and he's embraced that. And he's worked through his own injury challenges, so there's a level of perseverance and resilience and grit that he's put into his book bag, along with that fluid stroke and his athleticism. He's become a better rebounder and a better defender as well. I really like what he's become to this point in his career as a player.
Pass to Holiday. Brown inside. And the jam by Brown.
Just awesome speed from Brown. Blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Down low. Here's Jokic. And Porzingis with the block. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Now here's Porter. And another miss by Denver. 35 seconds left to play in the half. Now here's Brown to the paint. Out to Horford. And stolen by Murray. Porter from outside. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Horford outside. White on the wing. Pass to Porzingis. The teardrop. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's on Nikola Jokic. Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. The shot by Brown, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Holiday with the ball. Checked by Murray. Left side Tatum. From deep. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Tatum's got 9 points.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Pass to Brown. The kick out to White. Over to the wing. Here's Porzingis. Here's Brown. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets lead by 9. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Murray for three. Nails it from three. Murray's gotten his second bucket.
Immensely confident in his game. Murray doesn't think twice about pulling the trigger from deep, nor should he.
With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
Now here's Jokic. Give him 8 points now.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, And that, to me, is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores and does the other stuff he does out there.
Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, B.A., you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete. But he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there. But now you're seeing the skill develop. I love watching him work.
Pass to Tatum. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Jokic in the post. He's got 10. It's not going to go for him. Now Holiday. White with it. Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
And that one falls for Tatum. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Denver leading by 11. Here's Westbrook. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Westbrook's got 5 points.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:46 left in the third. Out to the right wing. Here's Strawther. To the inside. John Char. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Celtics trail by 13. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Pritchard. There's Tatum with the 3. Doesn't go there. Now he's 6 for 9. Watson with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Holiday's over to help. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Now here's Watson. Jordan the screen. Here's Westbrook. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Clock at 6. Back to Tatum. Shot on the wing. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. It'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digit. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So it's Boston now, down by 15. Here's Pritchard, and Jordan comes to help. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball. Cool it. You two players.
To the middle. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
There's Tatum with the three. Watson with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Al Horford.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
Here's Tatum. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
Strawther, no good. Celtics trail by 15. Left side Tatum. And that one hits the back iron. And here's Denver. Here's Chanchar. Horford pulls it in. And here's Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Takes the three. And it's Jordan with the rebound. The Nuggets lead by 15. Here's Watson. And down it goes. 2 points. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell him simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
So both teams changing it up here. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Inside. Kick out to Brown. Again, the miss by Boston. Here's Najee. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Now here's Tatum. Outside White. Down low. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Westbrook drives. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, this is Westbrook at his absolute best. Attacking, getting into the lane, and finishing in style.
Three-pointer Holiday. Westbrook with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Strawther. It's hauled in by White. Celtics trail by 20. Right side Tatum. The shot that time not on target.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor.
Boston on offense. Outside Holiday. There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth. Boston again missing. The Nuggets lead by 20. Here's Strother. Counted from distance.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nuggets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And no question this was a team effort. But you have to love how big a night this was for Aaron Gordon.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Tatum. Outside Holiday. 5 on the clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Well, that assertive, confident attitude. I mean, Holiday knew as the pass was coming his way that he was going to catch it and let it go quickly.
Murray from outside. First free throw is good.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Pass to Najee. Back to Watson. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. "16 seconds left in the game. Here's Pickett. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. 12 seconds left in the final quarter. Horford outside. That's tipped. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaFleur.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Greg, we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here is Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Gobert, the screen. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Gobert is a big target, especially when he's roaming around that rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one goes long.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Holmgren. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall grabs the board. Minnesota with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The shot by Williams, no good. Edwards with it. Outside for Randall. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Right side, Williams. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Holmgren wide open. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves trail.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the basket by Minnesota. To the paint. Here's Randall. And the rejection by Holmgren. Now Dort. Still yet to score. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Edwards. Outside for Randall. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Thunder with the lead. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks. Mark Daigneault and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there that thunderous slam.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Back to Randall. Edwards with it.
Mercy, mercy me. Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Here's Gobert. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, up 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Now here's Edwards. Picked by Randall. Edwards slashing in. And Edwards slams it in.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. Edwards looking it over. Here's Randall. Banked in off the glass. Randall's got 5 points so far.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. For the Thunder, just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can.
I don't know how he was able to execute the reverse with that stingy defense that was being played there.
Now here's Randall. 5 points in the game.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. Left side, Edwards. Dort grabs the miss.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
It's good.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Will it go? Oh, and he misses the dunk. The Thunder leading by 9. From deep, Williams. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. Now, McDaniels, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. The three-pointer is right on target. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Out to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Randall. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Thunder with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Dort. On the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Edwards. Picked by Randall. Outside Edwards. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
The Thunder leading by 9. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Pass to McDaniels. Picked by Randall. A nice shot by McDaniels.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And so it's Oklahoma City in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Timberwolves trailed by 9. Alexander Walker with the ball. No scoring in this one. Pass to McDaniels. For the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drops in the layup for 2. 14 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
3-pointer Randall. The Thunder leading by 11. For three, Holmgren. The shot misses. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. And they recover it. Back to Edwards. Picked by Randall. Clock at 6.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams changing it up here. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No, strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
Alexander Walker on the wing. He has yet to score. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. And here is DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Beyond the arc. Reed misses. There's Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Ingles. Over Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Wallace. Drills the three-pointer. Wallace has got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Here's Oklahoma City now. They've got an 8-0 run.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
They get it back. Now, here's Ingles. Hasn't made one yet. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Caruso. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
On the wing, Ingles. Back to Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Reed. The three. Caruso grabs the miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
From deep Ingles. No good that time. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Oklahoma. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 18. The jump hook. Another shot. And the layup's good off the glass.
Gobert maintaining balance through contact. Remarkable concentration.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Inside. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Randall. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside, Dort. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Now McDaniels. He's guarded by Williams. 6 to shoot. Back to Gobert. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Excellent mobility right there. I like when Gobert rolls to the rim with that aggression.
Outside, Dort. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Dort. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Thunder lead by 16.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Pass to Randall. Spins. Out to Edwards. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Williams. Pass Pass to Chang. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Good on both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Randall right side. And the layup falls. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Outside, Dort. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Randall outside. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
And Dort gets it to go.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Thunder.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Randall surveying the D. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. The three-pointer no good. Pass to Chang. Back to Williams. There's the three. Gobert pulls it in. For 3, Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. They grab their own miss. It's Dort on the wing. Williams inside the line. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark.